guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Across the Universe by the Beatles, which is such an amazing song. It's very mesmerizing. For the basics of this song, you will need your guitar in flat tuning. So what that means is that all the strings will go down 1/2 step. So E to E flat, A to A flat, D to D flat, G to G flat, B to B flat, and the high E to E flat. Now, if you don't have a tuner to help you with this, then I'd suggest checking out any of the free tuner apps that are available. I'll leave a link to my favorite tuning app in the link in the description. So once your guitar is in flat tuning, you're good to go. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook, or if you want to improve in your guitar in general, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, so let's start with the intro of this song, and there's just one line of tab here. We're going to start with this position here. So middle and ring finger on the second frets of the third and first string. Now what we're going to do is actually going to hybrid pick this. So with your pick, you'll be plucking the third string and at the same time use your middle finger to pluck up on the first string. So that's a hybrid pick where we use the pick and our finger at the same time to hit two separate notes. So we'll start with that and then we'll hit the open fourth string. Then we're going to go up to this shape. So keep your middle finger on the same string. There's no need to lift it. Just slide it all the way up to the 11th fret and index finger will go onto the 10th fret of the first string. So this will again need to be hybrid picked. Now you can just pluck it up here, or what you can do is slide up to it. So you can pluck anywhere on the strings and just slide up and end in this position. This is optional though. If that's too tricky for you, then just go up to the 10th and 11th. After that pluck, you're going to go back to the bass note, which is the open fourth string. So the first 4 plucks. And then we're going to go and move our middle finger down to the 9th fret. And our ring finger will come back onto the first string. So that's going to be 9th fret as well. We're going to hybrid pick this and then go down 2 frets to 7th, do another hybrid pick, and then move our middle finger down to the 6th fret. Your next finger will come onto the 5th fret of the first string. And then with your pinky finger, 7th fret of the second string, and you're going to pluck that normally. So these 4 plucks in total. And all together for the first bar. And then we're going to go to an F sharp minor. Now ideally you want to play it like this. So index finger barring across the 2nd fret and your middle and ring finger on the 4th frets of the 5th and 4th string. So with that, we're going to strum it once, and then you're going to take your pinky finger and put on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So this is an F sus4, and we're going to alternate between those 2 chords. So no pinky and pinky finger for the whole bar. So we're strumming on 8th notes here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now if that F sharp minor shape is too hard for you, then you can simplify it by just putting your index finger and barring it across the 2nd fret of the 4th and 3rd string, and then putting your ring finger here on the 4th fret of the 4th, and just focus on playing the 4th and 3rd strings. So that's an easier option if you can't do this. And then for the final bar, it's an A chord, so index finger just bars across the 2nd fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. And you're going to alternate between this and an A add 9. So you just take your pinky finger and put on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So we're going to alternate between those 2 chords. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So the intro in total will sound like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. And again, if you can't get that F sharp, then just simplify it by focusing just on the 4th and 3rd strings. which would sound like this in total. Now we get into the main parts of the song. Now the tricky thing about this song, and it's very clever songwriting on John Lennon's behalf, is that all the verses are different, but only very slightly, and there's some time signature changes which will throw people off. So you need to be aware of them and where they occur. Let's start with verse number 1. There's 2 lines of chords here. So we're going to start with the D, and then we're going to go to a B minor chord, like that. Now our strumming pattern in general is going to be something like this. So it's going to be 8th note down strums followed by a quick 16th note up strum. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now if you don't want to add that extra up strum and you just want to strum this whole song at 8th notes with all down strums, that's totally fine as well. But I like ending the pattern with a quick up strum, but it's up to your personal preference. The D and the B minor are contained within 1 bar, and the point at which we change is on the 3 beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Then we go to an F sharp minor. So from the B minor, just shift everything up 1 string and then lift your middle finger. So this is going to be played for 1 full bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we go to an E minor 7. So it's the same as an E minor, but we place our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And we're going to play this for 1 full bar. And then we go to an A chord. Now I have a star next to this A because this is where the timing change happens. Now we're in 5/4, not 4/4. So there's 5 beats to this bar. And we can just strum at all down strums at 8th notes, but it needs to fill 5 beats, not 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and that's one part that might throw a lot of people off. It's just that extra beat which changes the timing dynamic up quite a lot. That's the first line of chords, which sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now for the second line of chords, the first 2 bars are the same, so the D minor, so the D to the B minor and the F sharp minor. When we go to our E minor 7, we're going to share this bar with a G minor. Now you can play a G minor bar chord like this, but from the E minor 7, I actually quite like playing this G minor. So what you do is you keep your ring finger where it is, you put your middle and pinky finger onto the 3rd frets of the 3rd and 1st string, and your index finger just plays the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now what you want to do with that index finger is also lightly touch the string below it so that the 5th string won't ring out. You can leave the 4th string open, but that is a G minor chord. Really got to ensure that that 5th string is muted though. So the E minor 7 and the G minor share that bar, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then our 4th bar is another G minor, so we stay there, but I have another star here because this bar is only played for 2 beats. So this is 2/4 timing, not 4/4 timing. So we just play this with a 1 and 2 and it's very quick. And the second line of tab in total for verse 1. And in total for verse number 1. So be sure to note those timing changes. For the final bar in the first line of tab, it's 5/4, so we add that extra beat. And then the second line of tab for that final bar, it's 2/4. So there's only 2 beats. Okay, now we move on to the chorus, and we're going to throw away all those timing changes. It's a lot more simple in the chorus. We're going to start with the D chord, and we're just going to play this for 2 of our regular strumming patterns, and then we go to an A7. So I prefer playing my A7 like this because we're going to need to go to an A later. So I just have my index on the 2nd fret of the 4th and ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. So that A7 is played for 1 strumming pattern as well. That's the first line of chords. Now for the second line of chords, we have an A, so you just put your middle finger into place for 1 strumming pattern, then A7, so you lift it, and then G for 1 strumming pattern, and then D for 1 strumming pattern. That second line of chords is played through twice, and that's it for the chorus, which is quite simple, and it sounds like this. Now verse 2 is a little bit different to verse number 1. So for our first line of chords, the first 3 bars are identical to what we had in verse 1. So D to B minor, F sharp minor, and then E minor 7 for 1 bar. Then when we go to our A, we no longer have this A played for 5 beats. This A is just played for a regular strumming pattern. So we're going to maintain 4/4 here. For our second line of chords, that A is held out for 5 beats, so that's why there's that start here again. So it's the same as that first line of chords for verse 1. And verse number 2 sounds like this. That's it for verse 2. Now we get to verse number 3. Now for verse 3, again, things get mixed up again. That first line of chords is the same as the second line of chords for verse 1. So where we go E minor 7 to G minor, and we share that in 1 bar. And then that final bar is just 2 beats long. And then for the second line of chords, it's D, B minor, F sharp minor, E minor 7, and then A for a regular strumming pattern. So no timing changes there, it's just in that first line of chords. So verse number 3 sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and So that's it for verse 3. Now the only other thing you need to learn is the outro, and it's very simple. We just stay on the D chord and we're going to continue playing this again and again for the outro. I'm going to play that for our regular strumming pattern again and again until the song fades out. And that's everything you need to learn for this song. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song, and I'll have my good friend Eric lending his awesome vocals to this playthrough. So feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Across the universe, pools of sorrow possessing and caressing me. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which danced before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Toss me under like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of light are ringing through my open ears, inciting me, inviting me. Limitless and dying love which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world.
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here, or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitar0tohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.